In the women's flyweight division at UFC 291, your first fight of the night, Miranda Maverick, the American, comes in at 13-5, taking on Brazilian Priscila Cachoeira, who comes in at 12-4. This is going to be a tough prediction. Cachoeira, 4 inches taller at 5'7". She's 34. Maverick, still young at 26 years old. Maverick's got a 1-inch reach advantage, no big deal there. She fights left-handed. Cachoeira fights right-handed. Now, both fighters pretty active. Cachoeira, 4.7 significant strikes per minute. Maverick, 3.8. So you would expect Cachoeira to outstrike Maverick by about 10 to 15 significant strikes. But Maverick has a decent takedown game, landing just shy of 1 takedown per round. Cachoeira barely gets any takedowns so far in several UFC fights. Maverick, 42% takedown defense. That's a problem. That's not good. She lost to Jasmine Jasudavicius in her last fight by decision, but beat Shanna Young by decision and Sabina Mazo by rear naked submission. Before that, she lost to Erin Blanchfield and Macy Barber. So she's been in there with some of the best and went to decisions, taking Macy Barber to a split decision. Now, Cachoeira, 65% takedown defense. That'll help, but she's still going to give up a takedown or two in this fight. Coming off back-to-back wins against Ariane Lipsky by KO. That's a nice win. Ji Yeon Kim, that's a nice win by decision. This could be a tough prediction. And lost to Jillian Robertson by submission. She also beat Gina Mazzani and Shayna Dobson. So she's won 4 of the last 5. This is a tough prediction. And it always is this way with the very first fight of the night. And when you're doing these predictions, you got to get off to a win in the first fight. That could determine the whole night. You know, what's going to happen with the momentum. We got to get the pick right. And I'm going to throw everything into the corner of Miranda Maverick in this fight. Going against something I might normally do and look at momentum, which Cachoeira has right now, winning 4 of the last 5. But Maverick's been in there with some tough opponents. And even though she's lost by decision. So I'm going to go against the numbers here in terms of the striking. I like when you have a striker that's better than their opponent, has more significant strikes, and then you look at takedown defense and all that. But Maverick is close to Cachoeira in significant strikes, and what'll take her over the top is the takedown game, right? If she can land 2 takedowns in this fight and get about 2 to 3 minutes on those takedowns in different rounds, or get a takedown in one round, win the round that way, and maybe outstrike Cachoeira in one of the other 2, she has a good chance of victory if that's the case. And I think it will go to a decision, so I'm going to lean towards Miranda Maverick to win this fight, in my opinion, to move to 14-5, likely by unanimous, maybe even split decision. But it's going to be a good fight to start the night. Women's flyweight division, UFC 291.